What's going on, guys? Just chilling here in Mexico. Just wanted to talk about being a consistent top performer. So for the past 5 years, I've been fortunate enough to win these trips over and over and over and over and literally over again. And to be transparent, it's not because I'm somebody great or somebody special. If I had to put it to one thing, it would literally be because of the fact of my routines, my habits, my disciplines, all compounded over a series of days, a series of weeks, a series of months, and the outcome's just inevitable. Now, I have to be transparent. I never come on these trips. I'm a very strange individual. I'm pretty much a psychopath. Well, I was, because I just wanted to stay dialed in at the office and do what I need to do. But then I came to my senses and realized, dude, I work remotely. Why not make this my office? But yeah, anyways, to make a long story short, my goal was never to hit these trips. I love to travel, I love to get out here and there, but to be transparent, it's not what motivates me. I hate to be very, it's not arrogant, but vain, I should say, but the money is what motivates me. I'm money motivated. So the biggest word of advice I'd have, set an income goal that would put you in the top 5% of your remote sales company, right? Whatever that goal is, but make sure that if you hit that goal, whether that's 200,000, 300,000, whatever the amount is, what I'm trying to say is if you hit that goal, you will literally be number one, like pretty much number one in the company. And by doing that and working towards that income goal, putting the habits in place, being consistent, doing what you need to do day in and day out, by default, what's gonna happen? You're gonna hit all the trips, you're gonna hit all the recognition, you're gonna do everything to basically not just hit the income goal, but everything else that comes with that, right? The trips, the recognition, being on stage training and all of that. Why? Because the original goal was to hit the income. And to hit that income goal, you're just gonna hit everything else in the process, if that's what motivates you. If you want to travel, if you want the recognition, if you want to be noticed, if you want to be this authority figure in your company, which really I don't give a damn about personally. But like I said, my goal is about the money. I'm here to earn, I'm trying to make money. I hate to come off as blunt, or I don't know, I'm not shy about that, but that's why we do what we need to do. That's why we go to work. We have bills to pay. We have obligations financially that we need to make, right? So by doing that for the past 5 years, these trips were never my goal. It's never my, I mean, it would be cool to go on and whatnot, but to be transparent, it's never my goal. My goal was always to make 2, 3, 400,000 off my own pen. And then again, by hitting that, I'm gonna hit everything else on the way and on that journey to accomplish that goal, which is fantastic. Now, again, I'm big on remote sales. That's what it is I do. While I'm out here, yeah, even though I am on vacation, I'm here connecting with my team. I'm here connecting with new people and really enjoying my time and trying to live a normal life of being social. Growing up, I always labeled myself as an introvert, but sometimes you have to get out and about and do extroverted activities. But anyways, even though I'm still doing those things, at the end of the day, I'm keeping my habits and my disciplines in place. I haven't missed a day in the gym. I'm still getting on calls here and there, following up with customers. Now, granted, I'm not going all out, working 8, 9, 10 hours a day. I'm doing like maybe an hour here or there. But the point is, I don't want to take my foot completely off the gas. I want to maintain that momentum, because the hardest thing in sales is getting momentum. And then once you get that momentum, keeping that momentum going. John Maxwell once said, momentum is a leader's best friend. A leader that has amazing amount of momentum looks better than he actually is. And a leader with no momentum looks absolutely worse than what he is. And he couldn't be any more true with that statement, because sales can be cyclical. Some weeks you're hot, everybody you talk to, you're closing. Everybody you talk to, they're coming credit card in hand, ready to purchase whatever it is you're wanting to do. And then the other week, you could close very little or very seldom, right? So it's important to keep that momentum going, and you keep that momentum by still having your foot on the gas, even when you're doing little things like this, going on a vacation or taking some time off in the remote sales realm, right? Now, when I say that, I'm not saying you have to go to your vacation and, do 12 hours of work. No, it could be little things like just checking up here and there, making some calls here and there, and, just keeping in the loop to some degree and some magnitude, right? Because if you completely take your foot off the gas, you don't reconnect with some customers, you don't do what you need to do here and there, I'll assure you, you're gonna lose that momentum. And the biggest pain in the ass is going from zero momentum to mass momentum. And it happens many times in remote sales and sales in general, going from zero momentum to momentum. And to start the momentum, it's friggin' hard. It really is, right? You have to get on the phones, you gotta get 1, 2, 3 sales going, and it could be a pain in the ass to do that. So that's my biggest advice is, once you have momentum, don't take your foot off the gas. Do whatever you need to do to keep it going, keep it coming in, because if you could keep your momentum, it's kind of like pushing a boulder, down a hill, right? It's just, you're closing everybody you talk to is ready to get the product or service, and it just makes life a hell of a lot easier, right? So I hope that basic principle helps regarding momentum. A second thing, and this is the big principle that, and it is basic, like what I'm talking about isn't rocket science. Like, it's not something that, you have to have this crazy skill set or power to do. But that's having a structured and disciplined and absolutely ruthless routine. Ruthless. So in Canada, my routine when it comes to calling is, I'll call from 9 to 10, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., and then 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday, like clockwork, regardless of what's going on. That's always my commitment. That's always what it is that I'm doing, and I don't deviate from that daily method of operation, right? So now that we're traveling, I still keep a very similar routine where we'll start the day off with the gym at some point in time. And then, instead of starting at 9 a.m. here, I do a round of calls from 11 to 12, and then from 1 to 2. And then maybe, if we're feeling lucky, from 3 to 4 really quick, just to keep that momentum going. Because at the end of the day, we're here to enjoy life. We're here to, spend some time with our friends and family and whatnot. But again, I still want to keep that routine in place, right? And by doing that, again, day by day, week by week, month by month, you compound that. And I'm the result of why, for the past 5 years, I humbly say that I'm always able to hit these trips. And again, it's not because the end goal was the trip. The end goal was always a certain dollar figure. And if I hit that dollar figure, I'm going to be number one in the company. And if I'm number one in the company, all the recognition, all the accolades, everything's gonna come behind that, right? So Again, these are really basic principles. This isn't, you know, if you're in the motivation or self-help or personal development space, I'm not saying anything that no one doesn't know. But there's a big difference between learning and actually doing, right? Jim Rohn once said, don't let your learning lead to knowledge, but let it lead to action. I highly, 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 highly recommend that you do some self-reflection and see where you could add more structure in your routine, where you could be more efficient, where you could actually build more momentum, right? And if there are some holes or some gaps that you have to fill, then yeah, take action on it and actually, you know, apply something that we're talking about here. But anyways, yeah, moral of the story, be so good at what it is that you do that you can't be unrecognized, right? I'm not recognition driven, but humbly I say the results that I produce year in and year out within my company, they're so damn good that you can't go without recognizing it, right? You can't go without tipping your hat. You can't go without really stopping and looking at the results the individual is producing because they're so exceptional. So again, how you do anything is how you do everything. If you're gonna produce at a high level inside your work environment, where else is that gonna spill to? If you're gonna do the right things over and over, you already know that's gonna translate into other areas of your life, right? So definitely take the bulls by the horns, do your absolute best, upgrade your skills, be consistent, have a routine, and not only will you make a lot of money, you'll get a bunch of free trips, recognition, and become the quote unquote authority or expert in whatever industry or whatever it is that you got going on. So yeah, I hope that helps, guys, and we'll definitely keep in touch. If you have questions, hit me up. And honestly, if you're not making 6-figure plus and you have a laptop, an internet connection, cell phone, what the hell are you doing? In this day and age, like, man, that's if you don't want to live the remote lifestyle. And I totally get that. It's not for everybody. Not everybody wants to be able to pick up and travel and earn income while traveling. Like out here, again, I'm not working full hours, but out here I was already able to make a good little chunk of change, barely even working in a new office environment, meeting new people. And besides all the fantastic income, it's just the lifestyle you're able to live doing this, right? That's the most exciting part about it. F the money, F the recognition, F all of that. It's the lifestyle that you get to live, you know? Making 6 figures, doing what I'm doing with a laptop, internet, and cell phone connection compared to making 6 figures, no offense, but you're working at a dealership or a brick and mortar location where you're glued to whatever it is that you have to do. It's a completely different ball game, right? It's a completely different environment. And you got to ask yourself, what lifestyle do you want to live? Because at the end of the day, one of my mentors once told me, you want to live your life by design and not by default. So what does that mean to you guys, right? Living it by design and not by default. I'll tell you what it means to me. I don't care if there's a business or job opportunity that will pay me 6-7 figures. Like, you could guarantee me that amount and say the only catch is you have to drive 40 minutes to a physical location day in and day out and be here 9-10 times out of the year, 9-10 months out of the year. I'm not doing it. Why? Because it doesn't align with the life I want to design. The life I want to design is a remote lifestyle. I want to be able to earn 6 to 7 figures with my laptop, my internet, and cell phone. That's it. And if the opportunity that you're presenting to me doesn't have that capability, bro, I'm out. I'm not entertaining it. And I don't say that to be an arrogant asshole. I don't say that to be a dick. Excuse my language. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. But you get why I say that, because it doesn't align with my goals. It doesn't align with the life that I want to design and the life that I want to live. So find the dream lifestyle that you want to live, and then find the vehicle that can support that dream lifestyle, right? And then literally turn on the blinders and go all in and do your best to become the damn greatest, the Michael Jordan of that industry. Because again, when you're so good that you can't help but to recognize your efforts, it's going to open a lot of doors. It's going to open a lot of opportunities. And that's when life is really, really changed and really different. So anyways, hope that helps. Like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, peace out, guys.